that's one of our cold opens for one of our episodes of Big Trick Energy. I'm Wes Barker. I am I'm 25% of Big Trick Energy. Little side note in case you're unaware, our TV show has a big trick at the start of every episode, just like this. It's one camera, no cuts, about 45 seconds long, a lot happening, one big trick, and then at the very end of the episode, we reveal how it's done. But the reveal is just like a different camera angle showing the exposed version of how everything works. But True TV's so awesome, they gave them to me and said I could actually break them down in real detail on my YouTube channel. Thanks, True TV! There is a lot of like behind the scenes and cool stuff to know about these things. This is a 20-foot giant appearing card tower that does a magic trick through the screen. It's so many layers in this one. I love it. I think you will too. Let's get at it. All right, right off the top, I gotta stop it here. Those hands and feet you see, that's my buddy Graham, and he's a magician near Vancouver, Canada, where I'm from, where we shot this. And he's the guy that would always bring the bunny. If we needed a bunny, we'd call Graham. Graham brings us the bunny. I got the rabbit hookups. What can I say? This rabbit's name is Snowball. He serves no purpose in this cold open, except it adds to the cinematography. It's going to give us a place to start and pan up from, and he'll just sort of be there in the background, which is fantastic. But this rabbit, he kept running off in different directions, and he was like really hard to get him to stay put. I actually think they had a bleep right there because the rabbit ran away already once, and they had to reset him. Snowball, you did great. I'm going to be stopping a lot in this one. There's a lot to say. I love this. Start on Snowball. We pan up to Chris as he walks by, looking dapper as hell. The music here has a really good vibe to it. I like it a lot. And the sort of the weirdness of the music mixed with how everyone's dressed with the bright colors are just, they don't quite fit, but then they actually kind of make it very interesting to look at. So, let me just comment here about, look how Chris looks. He looks good. Look how I look. They dress me like an idiot. The joke on set was I looked like Velma. Yeah, from Scooby-Doo. Yeah. And they're not wrong. Everyone got cool jackets. Everyone got a cool look. Alex posts on his Facebook, Velma, a matador, a circus host, and a magic professor walk into a bar. Anyways, I digress. I probably will only mention it 4 or 5 more times. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, back to it. So right here, you can see that huge card tower lying down there. Look at all the angles here. So as you can see here, we have this giant card tower laying down, and Eric is actually in a chair strapped to it. Okay, he's in like this 5-point harness chair, like a roller coaster, and he's strapped to it lying down, which he'd been doing for, I don't know, hours, because it took a lot of takes, and it's kind of funny. He's just lying there, but he also can't see what the hell is going on. All he knows is eventually he's going to go shooting up, and maybe that's the take. He has no concept. He can't hear anything. He can't see anything. And you can see they have the camera tilted up a little bit on Chris's face. They're trying to stay low and shoot up so that they miss this bottom part of the card tower that's laying down, right? You don't want to see that. You don't want to catch that. And then they can swing back over. Once Alex and I get our jumbo card set, then they're going to be all set. See, there you go. See? So now when they come across, now they can lower it down because Chris's body plus the jumbo cards, plus me and Alex, we block everything on that horizon. But it kind of feels like you've seen it. It feels very fair. And then Chris holds the thing up there and saying, just think of a card you see or whatever. This cold open's unique in this sense where it's the only time we did anything like that, where there was like instructions, written instructions. None of these cold opens use any speaking. We don't ever talk. If Chris is going to perform this, he would say, think of a card you see, no problem. But to make this trick go as seamlessly as possible, it seemed like the right solution, and I think it works really good. Chris has to nail this card force here. It's a really great card force, used a lot. I mean, it's been used in tons of movies and stuff. I mean, it's one of the opening sequences for Now You See Me, where Jesse Eisenberg forces the 7 of diamonds or something on the building. But Chris has to nail this, or else we go right back, get Graham to put Snowball back down, tell Eric, he's got to keep lying there, and we restart the whole sequence. Most people will see the Ace of Spades. Some people don't, but generally speaking, like 80% are going to see the Ace of Spades, and that's pretty fun when you're doing a trick through the camera. Chris nails it. Now Paul's shouting out instructions here. He calls Wes. I go over and I open up the 9 of diamonds to show the wrong card, but I have to keep it all tight so it blocks the card tower that's lying down behind us. Once I'm open and I've sealed it up again so you won't be able to see behind us, then he calls Ramsay, and now Chris can step to the side, and the blocking all stays the same. We mess this up a lot because even if the cards split apart or Chris goes too early, you're going to flash this 25-foot long, 4-foot high plywood bottom of this card tower, and we can't have that.
Open. Alex!
And even Alex having to do that flip while Chris's body's blocking there, because for a second, there's no card, so it has to be Chris's shoulders. Now, Chris is perfectly wide for this thing. He has nice broad shoulders, especially in that jacket. It really squared him off nicely. And poor Chris, I mean, like, he looks awesome. First, he has to nail this force, and then he has to pantomime. He's pretty expressive face guy, so, I mean, he pulled it off. But I don't envy him for that.
Cards up!
As soon as he says cards up, the guys in the truck operating the giant card tower, they hit go, and the thing just goes, starts coming up. You can hear Eric giggling back there because it's super fun. We all took turns riding this bad boy.
Yes! It's way better with the cross leg. I love it.
It's weird. It's not fast. It's just bizarre. What a fun thing to get to do. So Alex and I hold the cards out. We make sure it overlaps so we're blocking Eric as he comes up. And Chris still stands there being like, oh, it wasn't the 9 of diamonds. It wasn't the King of hearts. And Eric's still coming up as fast as safely possible. Once the cards are up, though, the camera can move in a little bit. We can back up. We got really good coverage. And then when we move them, Eric will be there. Chris is just playing it up. Eric's having a blast. It's really neat to see. Let me back it up here a bit. Yeah, I love seeing this angle. This really, really gives you a good idea of what it looked like. Everyone's crowded around the monitor because we all want to make sure the shot goes perfectly. And you can see Snowball's already trying to take off there. We got Magic Team hanging out by the card tower controls. So they're making sure that part works good. We got another Magic Team guy. Probably Danny is up by the monitor making sure it looks good. And this is one of those ones where we're there all day. And after a while, you know, the setup's a long time. And then you do a lot of takes because this one, I mean, just that walk and all of the blocking so we don't flash the card tower behind us. Chris having to nail the force and then more of the blocking. Like Chris was literally, he had like marks on the ground to do this basic like little do-si-do square dance. So he was always covering us. And Alex and I had to figure out how to turn those cards properly. Meanwhile, Eric's just there, just lying there, lying down on the job. Eric is definitely the guy you want at the top of your card tower. Let's just say that. Like I said before, I was a little bit annoyed by what I had to wear, but I thought I'd just lean into it. So you see me doing a cartwheel here, just trying to be weird and animated because I already look weird, so I might as well be animated. Look at the beautiful backdrop there with the mountains, just, oh, so good. Eric looks great up there, legs crossed, looking like he does this every day. And here we go. I'm running up to high five these guys. And no one's looking, so come for the old self high five. And thankfully they cut right before that happens. Yeah. Hey, I mean, if no one's gonna give you a high five, you gotta give yourself a high five. What can I say? It's the only cold open we did this season where it's like doing a magic trick through the screen. Like, remember this card. Not just watch this illusion unfold. It's literally like, and you're playing the odds. You're playing the high percentage of people that will notice the ace of spades in that sequence. And it worked, came out without a hitch. I'm sure plenty of people didn't pick the ace of spades. That's fine. Most people did, and that's what we're going for here. And even if you didn't, it's still damn cool because you still get this appearance of a giant card tower, which was originally all this trick was going to be. There was going to be no big card reveal at the top. It was just like, hey, there's nothing, and then there's a giant card tower with one of the guys on top of it. And for me, that was cool enough. So adding the card trick layer, I thought, nice little add, why not? And it gives Chris something to do up there instead of just... So I think it actually really added to it a lot. I love the outfits. I mean, I hated mine. I wish I got a cool jacket too. Other than being a little sour that I don't have a cool jacket, I love all the colors and just the way it all sort of looked. The beautiful mountains in the background. Everyone's just killing it. Charlie, our other camera guy, had his drone going. That's where we got these really excellent reveal shots. He also had this weird remote control car thing with a camera on it that would just rip around. This thing went so damn fast. I think we got some good footage of it right here. It's just a big empty gravel area, so best place to rip one of those around, I guess. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's one of my favorites. They're all my favorites because they're all so different from each other. But this one in particular, it was just a beautiful place to shoot, and I liked that it was the quietest day on set because Eric was strapped to a chair lying on the ground 100 feet away from everybody. So it actually made the day on set really smooth and quiet. It was just a really nice time being away from Eric for a little bit, and I think everyone on crew would have agreed with that. Our DP Jeremy was he was thrilled that he had the best day ever because he wasn't having to try and herd Eric. Eric's like, you ever heard the term herding cats? But Eric's only one person, but he still feels like you're herding cats. I don't know why. He's also my favorite human being in the entire world. I love you, buddy. And I know you watch these things because you're worried I'm going to say bad things about you. Thank you for joining me on this. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I have more of these. There are 7 I shot before this, so you can go look those up. And there are 2 more coming. There's going to be 10 total because True TV is awesome like that, and they're letting me do this. But they only let me do this because they see how much you guys like this. So with that in mind, please like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks very much. Take care. Adios. And be sure to wear your 5-point seatbelt harnesses whenever you're riding a giant card tower.